and welcome to A Mystery and a Mess. I am Amanda, and this is my mess. In other words, today I am my mess. Most weeks I pick a mess in my space to clean up, and while I do that, I recount a fascinating true story that is usually true crime or weird history or wild science. To sort of entertain myself while I clean and to hopefully entertain you. However, instead of cleaning out the garage today like I had planned, I find myself unable to stand up without getting little zappy feelings because I just returned from a camping trip and a socially distanced camping trip where I was near no one other than my immediate family. But I just returned from this trip and realized that for at least the last day or two of the trip, I had forgotten to take a medication that I have to take every day. And when I miss that medication, I get these really unpleasant withdrawal symptoms that make me sick when I stand up and give me electric zappy feelings. So I am not cleaning out the garage today, which kind of sucks, because I really wanted to get that done. And I will also not be recounting the insane serial killer story that I had meant to. Instead, we'll be doing a short mystery of the unexplained disappearance of an ocean floor observatory in Germany last year. So, let's get right into the mystery. Picture it, Kiel, Germany, the bottom of the Baltic Sea, August 21st, 2019. At 8:15 a.m., scientists at the GEOMAR Helmholtz Center for Ocean. At 8:15 a.m., scientists at the GEOMAR Helmholtz Center for Ocean Research in Kiel, Germany, notice that they are no longer receiving signals from the ocean floor observatory station on the seabed in the Baltic Sea. At first, they think that the data transmission interruption is probably due to a technical issue or maybe some sort of like data connection issue. But after about a week, they sent some divers down to investigate, and much to their surprise, they find no sign of the observatory. It has completely vanished. All that remains is a frayed bit of cable and some drag marks that look as though the observatory has been dragged along the bed of the sea. The problem is, at the end of the drag marks, there's nothing. There's no sign of the observatory whatsoever. No scraps, no broken bits, nothing. Now, this unmanned observatory weighed about 800 kilograms. So what? It couldn't have just gotten up and walked away. It weighed 800 kilograms, and while no human life was lost or missing with the disappearance of the observatory, it was a very valuable piece of scientific equipment, and it was very big, 800 kilograms. It could not have just gotten up and walked away. It could not have been, eaten by a whale or washed away even by the strongest of ocean currents. Also, it was worth 300,000 euros. So, there's interest in getting it back, because without this observatory, the GEOMAR Helmholtz Center for Ocean Research was going to miss out on 6 months to a year's worth of data, because it would take that long to replace the observatory. There have been some theories about what may have happened to it. Basically, there are a few theories about what might have happened to the observatory. I mean, it probably was not stolen by ghosts or a ghost ship, but you never know. The most sort of exciting theory is that the observatory was stolen by a Russian spy submarine. The problem, though, like, this is a fun theory. Ooh, Russian spy submarine. It's definitely the most interesting theory. The problem with it is that the observatory was in 14.5 meters of water. So it'd have to be a real freaking tiny submarine. And that is probably not the case. Other theories are that it could have been hooked by a fishing vessel or an anchor from a ship. The problem with that theory is that the waters around where the observatory was located are protected waters, and there are not supposed to be any boats in that area, and there are especially not supposed to be any fishing taking place in that portion of the Baltic Sea. However, this is still probably the best theory as to what happened to the observatory, because apparently it is not uncommon for fishing vessels to violate the rules and the law and go into this research area anyway, because, you know, humans are greedy bastards. So the most likely answer to what happened to the the most likely answer to what happened to the GEOMAR Helmholtz ocean floor observatory is that it was probably hooked by a fishing vessel, and then because the idiots who hooked it didn't want to get in trouble for doing illegal stupid shit, they took it and destroyed it. There had also been theories, or there also are theories, I should say, because this remains unsolved a year later. There also are theories that it was stolen for scrap metal, but it was made mostly of steel, and even the scientific data equipment, while valuable as what it is as scientific data equipment, as scrap, none of it is particularly valuable and probably not worth the effort of stealing it off the ocean floor. So most likely stupid ass fishermen doing illegal fishing, and then instead, you know, because they didn't want to get caught, they destroyed a 300,000 euro piece of equipment completely, and, you know, hid it so that no trace of it could be found, and destroyed, you know, 6 months to a year, and thanks to COVID-19 probably more, scientific research and data collection in the Baltic Sea. So thanks, guys. At the very least, they left us with this intriguing mystery. I did quite a bit of research trying to find out, you know, if there's been any update, if any scraps from it have been found, and I didn't find any information. So either nothing has been found or it wasn't considered newsworthy because, you know, 2020 happened and this year has been interesting. So that's today's mystery. It's a short one. The mystery of the vanished observatory, base station and instrument platform at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. The GEOMAR Helmholtz Center for Oceanic Research Observatory that vanished without a trace on the 21st of August, 2019. Let me know down in the comments if you were able to find any updates to what happened to it, or if you have any more fun theories of, you know, where it may have gone. Swallowed by a whale, New Bermuda Triangle in the Baltic Sea. Thank you for joining me for this week's A Mystery and a Mess. I hope to be back again next week, actually cleaning out my garage. So you'll be able to join me for another mystery, and it's a good one too. The next one is fascinating. This killer is such a frickin' moron, but the crime is interesting, and he was well on his way to being a serial killer. So join me next week for another mystery and another mess. And in the meantime, learn something new and clean up your act. Thanks.